Hey, Rob, I just wanted to ask you how this feels. Obviously, this is something you've been through before, a championship team trying to repeat, and just what the vibe is compared to what you were like in these situations in New England.
I mean, coming off a championship season, that's huge. It's definitely a different vibe, because you got to leave that in the past, and you got to learn how to leave that in the past. Yes, it was great to celebrate and all. We had our time to celebrate it, but that's in the past. It's a whole new season now, so you got to find ways, just to put it in the back of your mind, just to throw it back there. And this is a whole new season. We have a target on our back. We got to find ways to get better. We got to find ways to improve. I got to find ways to go out there and be consistent on a daily basis. So you just got to keep finding ways to step up your game, because you got a target on your back as a whole, and you just got to keep improving. And you can't, have any setbacks thinking that, you're great. All in the past.
Thanks, Rob.
Next, we'll go to Rick Stroud.
Sorry about the reverb. Let me ask you, a year ago, obviously you were coming off retirement. Your body probably felt different. Just how are things for you going into this season? Now a full-time football player again.
Yeah, no, I feel good. It feels good to have that nice little off season too, to heal up, to work on things that you need to work on, but feel good. Had, a solid 3 days of practice, just going out there like it was any other time, just running around, catching balls, blocking and all that, but feel good overall and ready to roll, man.
You've been with Tom for so long. He obviously takes care of his body, but we now know he played with a torn MCL last year. Just speak to his toughness, and just did you ever know that this guy was struggling the way he was to get out there every week?
Tom's toughness is to another level. Sometimes, you don't even know what he's dealing with, and he's just dealing with it on his own. And that just shows another level of toughness, actually, just to go through it and, not put it on anyone else and just deal with it in your inner circle, which is just a huge sign of just mental toughness, just going out there and just being able to perform at a high level. But, he's been always showing, that toughness mentality throughout his whole career. And he just does whatever he needs to do to get it done. And it's impressive.
Next, we'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Rob, sorry we couldn't do this in person. That would have been great. Along the lines of you talking about Tom, have you noticed a difference in his knee at all? Like Mike Evans said, he seemed like maybe he was a little bit lighter on his feet or a little bit springier. Have you noticed a difference since he underwent the knee surgery?
I don't know. I haven't seen him roll out yet or do a QB sneak since camp started, or a naked right, and he just carries the ball and doesn't throw and gets like 10 yards. So once I see that and see a run from him, and see his bounce, see what he's about in the running game, I don't know. So hopefully next week I'll see him do a little bit, but he just looks like normal Tom out there in the pocket. Strong, ball is very accurate, and always fierce and ready to roll.
You know him so well, but for a lot of us, we're kind of seeing this different side of him. Like he was cracking jokes at the White House. I know you weren't there, but he was cracking jokes at the White House. He's done some of these late night talk shows, drinking the avocado tequila at the Super Bowl parade. It just seems like he's a little more comfortable kind of, I guess, showing more of his personality. And so for you, as somebody that knows his personality really well, what's it like seeing him kind of showing more of the personal side of himself compared to, the time you guys had together in New England?
Yeah, I think it's great that he's showing that side. I think it's great for football. I think it's great for the fans. I think it's great for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You don't, when you're playing a sport, you don't want to be uptight. You want to always be loose and ready to go. And it's just cool to see that side of him doing all that little activity, all the little silly comments, the jokes. It keeps everyone loose and on their toes. And it's fun, too. I like seeing it.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Rob, you sort of touched on this before, but most guys haven't been in the position that you and Tom and others have been, where you're coming off that Super Bowl win. And I know you got to turn the page. What's the best advice you could give to guys in terms of avoiding a Super Bowl hangover when that last season goes so long and there's a celebrating? What's the one piece of advice you'd give to guys?
I would say, find a way to push yourself to another level in whatever aspect that you feel like you need to work on. In order to take your game to another level. So if it's getting in better conditioning, learn how to take it, take that conditioning to another level to push yourself. If it's becoming a better blocker or, learning the playbook in more detail, then it's that. So it's just pushing yourself to another level that, that isn't that big of a strong suit.
Next, we'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Rob, the tight end room in Tampa Bay is known for being deep with you and OJ and Cam Brate, but we saw today Cody McElroy, Tanner Hudson, even Jarrell Adams, a newcomer, really step up. Can you just speak to those guys that are kind of on that second tier, but certainly have some ability to play in this league?
Yeah, they do. They're all great guys. First off, love being here with all of them. We got a great group. We all feed off each other in many positive ways. And just the football aspect too, man. We can all play. All those guys can play. Cody, you just saw him out there today. He had a couple, very nice catches over the middle on some crossing routes. Jarrell, with that, the sticking up today, the out and up, that was a very beautiful play. And Tanner was out there making a couple nice plays on some option routes and scored a nice touchdown. And it just shows, man, that we're deep there. It's good to be deep. It's good to have a lot of talent there. We all work off each other. We all push each other, and we can all play ball. And it's a special group for sure.
I'm not sure how many reps you've gone up against Joe Tryon yet, but just from the eyeball test, or maybe any reps that you've gone up against him, what are your initial thoughts on the first round pick you guys got?
Yeah. He looks like he can play. He's got the ideal, typical body type for defensive end. He has the explosion coming off the line, no doubt about that. And he's big, he's lengthy, which is what you want. He's strong too, but we'll really see what he has when we put the pads on.